alleged $378 billion slush fund. Again, this money was allegedly used to funnel funds to Democrats under the guise of environmentalism. Federal authorities now probing the Biden-Harris administration's last-minute rush to push billions of dollars to green energy groups, even organizations that were brand new and not fully vetted. So now Republicans claim much of the money actually went to left-wing politicians.
And this was all uncovered by the new head of the EPA, former Congressman Lee Zeldin. Let's check in now with national correspondent Alana Austin live on Capitol Hill with more on that. Alana.
Hi, Emma and John. Good morning. And EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin, as you mentioned, says there are many red flags being exposed with the millions and the billions of dollars that went out the door right before President Joe Biden left office. At this point in time, this has been referred to the Inspector General's office, the FBI, and the Department of Justice for further review. And also the FBI, as we mentioned there, for the green energy funds, billions being distributed shortly before President Donald Trump returned to the Oval Office. Zeldin alleges some of these climate organizations received millions or billions while serving as pass-throughs for other entities. Zeldin criticizes an alleged limited oversight purposely in the way these grants were structured, including to the sub-grantees. He says Power Forward Communities, which is linked to prominent Democrat Stacey Abrams, who ran for Georgia governor, received billions despite only bringing in a stunning $100 in total revenue in 2023. For now, $20 billion in funds are frozen at Citibank, while administrative staffers are placed on administrative leave pending the investigations. In a letter to the IG's office, Zeldin writes, recent findings reveal a pattern of reckless financial management, blatant conflicts of interest, astonishing sums of tax dollars awarded to unqualified recipients. Vice President Kamala Harris previously praised these programs as a cornerstone for lifting up distressed and overlooked communities. The funds and energy organizations have been linked to high-profile Democrats. Stacey Abrams, we mentioned, also John Podesta. In 2022, the Biden administration named Podesta a key political consultant to oversee the dispersal of hundreds of billions of dollars. Now, during the joint session this week, President Donald Trump specifically called out Stacey Abrams and questioned the legitimacy of these grants.
$1.9 billion to recently created Decarbonization of Homes Committee, headed up, and we know she's involved. Just at the last moment, the money was passed over by a woman named Stacey Abrams. Have you ever heard of her?
But John Podesta is defending these funds, saying it's actually illegal for the Republicans to hold it up. He says this was all approved under the Inflation Reduction Act under the last Congress, so these funds have legitimately been appropriated in his view. John and Emma.
We're also hearing reports that a top federal prosecutor had stepped down from her role after refusing to take part in the probe. What can you tell us about this?
Correct, Emma. Denise Chung, who is a top federal prosecutor based in Washington, D.C. for 24 years, she actually had a falling out because of the interim U.S. attorney for the District of Columbia, Ed Martin, had asked her to look into the matter. She said she did not think it had enough evidence to warrant freezing the banks or convening a grand jury to further probe the matter. And so essentially he asked for her resignation. She is now no longer with the office.
All right, Alana Austin, we'll continue to follow this developing story. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Meantime, Houston DEA making a massive